Next topic. Street racing is back. It is Need for Speed Unbound, which also launched December 2nd, the same day as Callisto, and Midnight Suns actually released as well, the same day. Big day for games. But I've been playing Need for Speed Unbound, I should say, via the EA Play trial, which is on included as part of your Game Pass Ultimate subscription on Xbox. So I was lucky enough to jump into this, and we surfaced this a little while ago, maybe a couple episodes ago, when the trailer dropped, and we were super interested and excited by the new aesthetic look of it. It had that kind of cel-shaded anime vibe fused with photorealism, and I have to say, they absolutely nailed it. I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's a 10-hour trial, so it is beefy, and you can play. It's essentially the whole game from the very beginning up to like 10 hours of gameplay. So it's like it's a ton of access you get with it. So I've been playing 2 or 3 hours, did all of the prologue stuff, and I'm now into like the main game. I created my character, who's got a big fucking ginger mohawk with shaved edgings and a big beard, and I've got the nail polish on with black lips and eyeshadow, and I've got big fucking Elton John glasses on. It's my character is me if I was a Fast and Furious character. I absolutely love it. And Jamie, you got a kick out of this. My car is a Pontiac Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit. It looks exactly like Smokey and the Bandit, and it's the black and the gold, and I fucking love it. It's so 80s kitsch, and
fuck yes,
I'm having such a good time because it's arcadey, but quite weighty as well. It's not Forza. It's not Forza Horizon or anything like that. It's not Gran Turismo. It is pure Burnout style, Outrun style, arcadey street racing, and it's a lot of fun. And they have managed to fuse the two visual styles perfectly. It works really, really well. My only slight niggle is when there's lots of racers on screen and all of the effects are going off, it can be a little bit of overload with all of the effects happening from all the different cars, all of the like the wings getting drawn out of the car as you're jumping, and the trails of smoke plumes and all that kind of stuff. It can be a little bit, oh my god, it's a bit overloading my sensory here. But apart from that, the game is absolutely beautiful. I'm playing on Xbox Series X. It is so graphically good. Like really good, at times really photorealistic, and then you get a little bit of anime style animation stuff popping in, and that pop of color against the photorealism of the city streets just really works, and it's super impressive. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and it's got the car customization stuff, the tuning, which you would expect. It's already got a ton of community liveries that you can download and wrap your car in. Some amazing ones, some questionable ones. But you've got that full customization of your garage and the cars that you can buy and win. You know, it's the classic Fast and Furious racing for pink slips kind of thing as well. There's that. There's rivalries that you can do. Between races, before you start, you can place a bet with another driver to beat them specifically rather than win the race. So there's these little kind of meta games going on, and I'm just having a really, really fun time of it. I don't know how it stacks up with previous Need for Speed games, but it feels like Need for Speed is back. It feels like a proper street racing game is back. And as much as I love Forza always felt that it wasn't really street racing, in the sense that there's pedestrians, there's other cars, there's other traffic going on, there's police chasing you, things like that. Whereas Forza was much more, they're circuits on street levels, but they're closed circuits. It's for an event. It's not promoting drag racing or illegal street racing or things like that. But Need for Speed is all about the fantasy of street racing, Fast and Furious style. And they did a really good job. And one of the mechanics I really liked is between races, you'll pick up a heat meter, which is the how interested the cops are in you kind of thing. And like Grand Theft Auto, it's like the 1 to 5 kind of meter. So among the highest I've had it is like just the one flame of heat meter at the moment. And usually no more than 2 cars will try and chase me, which is fine. But after a race, you have a second little race where you have to lose the cops because they're still chasing you. So there's that. And so then you have to get away from the cops and then get back to your safe house or do another event. And if you go back to your safe house, go another event, the heat meter carries over. So when you leave the garage for your next session, that heat meter is still there. And if cops see you as you're just cruising around, it will trigger another chase that you have to then lose before going to the other event. So I really like that continuity of a heat meter. It's not just, it doesn't just reset at the end of every single race. It carries over. So as you get further into the game, it might be a case of I've got 4 heat ranks, and I can't even leave my garage because as soon as they spot me, it's going to be full on trying to lose helicopters and armored vehicles trying to pursue me because I'm a wanted street racer, things like that. That I have no idea if that happens, but I would imagine that would escalate quite dramatically. But it's just a fun arcade racer, and it looks amazing. So if you can, I recommend checking out the trial. It doesn't cost you anything if you already have a subscription. And I think if you get a discount with EA Play subs as well. But it's well worth just diving into the trial and see what you think, because I was thinking about this as well, like the fusion of the two aesthetics of the cell shading with the photorealism. I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen it done this well probably since The Last Guardian on the PlayStation 4, a game I adored. And that was the giant bird dog game called Trico and the little boy. So the world and the dog, bird dog, cat thing, I don't really know, griffin creature, I don't know how you class it. That was very photorealistic with its feathers and its barking and its talons, hooks and stuff like that. And the world was very photorealistic, but the boy was cell shaded, and his animation was very Studio Ghibli, like beautifully rotoscoped, hand drawn animation. And that fusion of cell shading for the character and photorealistic world worked incredibly well for The Last Guardian. And now we've got a similar treatment for Need for Speed Unbound, and I just really dig it. I think really, really good. Really good fun.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, if you like your racing games, probably worth checking out. I don't think I'll buy it because, excuse me, sorry, burping into the microphone is never pleasant. I apologize. I'm not a big racing game fan. Typically, I don't go out and buy racing games normally. Forza Horizon's great. That's probably the only one I would buy, but it's on Game Pass, so I don't have to buy it. Would I buy this for £60? No, but if you love Burnout style racing games, if racing games are your thing, then absolutely it would be a recommendation because it's really, really good fun and it's a new Need for Speed. That would probably be my only caveat. Because I'm not a hardcore petrolhead racing game fan, I like to dip in and play this for a little bit, but would I drop £60 on it? Probably not. If it came to Game Pass, absolutely yes. I would play it every other day or night just because it's really fun to just jump in, do a race, and then go back to my quote-unquote serious games, which are the God of Wars and the Callisto Protocols and things like that. But I think it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. It looks brilliant, and I'm thinking of trying it out, but I can see me never playing it much more than the 10-hour trial because no one else within any of the gaming groups I'm in are like really massively about racing games either. So if you've got, it's the kind of thing that if I had a few friends who were into it, I would probably pick it up because there's a lot of fun to be had in racing your mates. Or like you said, if it came to Game Pass, then I'd probably grab it on principle because I quite like to have a racer around for those times where you just fancy a bit of fun and just jump in, burn around the town, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but generally, I'm the same as you. Like, I'm not massive on them, but it's very much just, I've played some which are like amazing examples of the genre, but I'm still like, it's not really for me.
Absolutely.
But I'll give it a whirl because it looks like fun.
It is a lot of fun and visually just very, very pretty as well, which is great to see.